Oh, Hot Topic? When did this open?
Welcome back to Hot Topic, the Hot Tub Talk Show. I'm your host, Shannon Bacchus. This is my dad, Mike Schaefer.
Hello.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Happy birthday to my dad for the third time.
3 weeks in a row.
I know, it's incredible.
I'm a unicorn.
Are you having a good birthday?
It's so far.
Having women yell at you in a hot tub, do you love that?
It's my life now.
Who'd have thought you only had one daughter and she just ruined it? Great.
She brought all her friends.
Yeah, and I was like, just you wait, man. Tonight, our excellent guest is Georgia Gove.
Hello.
Welcome.
Hello.
Thank you so much for joining us in the tub. How you doing today?
I'm doing great. I'm feeling good. I'm 3 claws in. Hell yeah.
Three claws.
Ain't no laws.
Ain't no laws. We had a leftover Christmas dinner.
Which was delicious. Shannon's mom, you can't see her. She's just out of frame. She's got her headphones on. She's listening to us. She made a delicious dinner.
Absolutely. We got my mom on full producer mode. This is awesome.
I know,
I want to
she's
get a
so
picture
cute.
of this.
This is adorable.
She's like
honestly.
fully behind the scenes with headphones on. This is like a real production right now. Oh my god.
Oh, she's taking a selfie. I love that. Oh, this is going to be beautiful.
We're going to have an incredible night. We're fully pruned up.
Oh,
Excellent. Welcome to the Prune Club. Georgia, what is our topic for tonight?
our topic is the war on Christmas.
The war on Christmas!
Glad it's today, not yesterday.
No, the war on Christmas always starts after
Yes.
Christmas.
So it's the day after Christmas.
On Mike's birthday.
I wore red and green to represent my war colors.
I wore blue and black to represent half of Hanukkah, I guess.
I wore blue and black because that's the color my bathing suit was.
There we go. All right. Well, it's you two against me then. Good. All right. I'm obsessed with this topic, the war on Christmas. So let's get into it. Georgia, any basic thoughts on the war on Christmas?
My basic thought is it's an insane scare tactic, and in my opinion, it's not happening. There is no war on Christmas. Christmas lives, she thrives, and she starts earlier every year.
All right. She's healthy. Good.
She's healthy. She's living it up.
Dad, any thoughts on the war on
Well,
Christmas?
I kind of agree with Georgia. When the holiday lights start going up right after the 4th of July, it's a little early.
Yeah, it's a little early.
I'm surprised I didn't realize that we were both going to be on the same side of the discussion. I thought I was the counter side of the discussion.
You thought you were going to be the liberal side of this discussion?
I didn't expect Georgia to be on the conservative side, that's for sure.
You're the Catholic one.
There has been, for the last 50 years, though, an effort to take the quote Christ out of Christmas.
You think there has been an effort?
Oh, there's no question there has been. And those in favor of taking the Christ out of Christmas have argued separation of church and state. On the one hand, where freedom of religion and free speech on the other hand. So it's been a clash for a long, long time. I think it's really not been as much in the public forum in the last 1 to 2 decades as it was, say, when I was your age.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, so you're keeping Christ in Christmas, correct?
I haven't seen Christ in his Christmas in a long time.
Listen,
What was the last time you went to church on Christmas, Dad?
3 years ago when I ran over Mom's foot.
Oh, no.
That was 10 years ago.
I still ran over her foot. It was not my best effort.
Had to go repent for that one.
I need to go to confession and beg forgiveness.
Well, this is fine. We're going to agree.
I don't
I don't think so. I'm going to stir this pot. I'm so
So
saucy.
I want to make a distinction. Being Catholic, Christmas, of course, is a religious holiday for me.
Mm-hmm.
But Christmas is a general holiday for everybody. You don't need to be religious Catholic to celebrate Christmas, right? It's because yes, Shannon.
Great.
You don't need to raise your hand. Just put it in like you normally do.
Yeah, but it shouldn't be playing out. How low am I? I don't want to call you out on your Catholic faith, but I do want to call out the Catholics a little bit.
Great.
How
They're incredibly flawed.
so Christmas is all commercialized with it's a holiday of gift giving.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's the tree, it's the presents, it's the lights. none of that has anything to do with Jesus or Christ. So without any of that, what does Christmas look like?
Well, at the end of the day, certainly in our family, it's gift giving and it's togetherness.
What does gift giving have to do with the three wise men? Great. Frankincense and myrrh and gold.
It does stem from, and I would argue that it is still religious. It
certainly can be.
Yeah, it can be, but it is also still a religious holiday. It stemmed from religion. It's called Christ Mass.
Yes.
That is.
But that's not the religion it stemmed from.
No, it's really a celebration of the winter solstice and surprise.
Saturn,
I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm surprised. I'm here to say we should celebrate Saturnalia.
I think we're doing that today.
Yeah.
Is that a sex holiday? I'm sorry.
No, it's not.
That's Bacchus.
That's Bacchus.
That's what we're named after.
Did you say Bacchus what?
Bacchanalia?
Yeah. But no, it is a religious holiday, and it is like I wasn't sure what where you would fall on this. Because I know a lot of conservatives are. I think the war on Christmas really it stems from a fear of, especially religious conservatives, that their way of life is that they are being attacked in some sort of way. My argument, especially with the war of Christmas as an example, is that it's still a very ubiquitous holiday, especially in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
And no one is attacking anyone for celebrating Christmas, for being Christian. People might have different opinions, and again that stems from a stance of other people feeling like their religions have been squashed.
Mm-hmm.
Like my company, I work for Malman Law. My boss is Jewish, and we still get off. We don't get off for Hanukkah. We don't get off for any Jewish holiday. We get off for Christmas because it's a countrywide celebrated holiday.
The banks are closed.
The banks are closed.
The banks.
The war on Christmas is so ridiculous to me because we are still a largely Christian country, and we don't have a separation of church and state, because if we did, we wouldn't have these national holidays. Everyone would get their individual holiday off, but instead we get national holidays. We get Christmas off, school-wide.
You mean like national holidays like Martin Luther King Day, President's Day, Veterans
As written
Day,
in the Bible.
Juneteenth.
I would argue that Juneteenth is... First of all, that's very new and not
brand new.
and
Past year, right?
not everywhere.
Last
and
year,
the people the people that would benefit the most from having Juneteenth off have to work for Juneteenth. That is the people who are in the service industry that is largely populated by minorities. They don't get Juneteenth off. And I know that from working in the service industry for a long time. So it's become a little bit ridiculous in the fact that we recognize Juneteenth, but now it's just another holiday for largely, and not all, but largely wealthy white people to have the holiday off. And not everyone, but the people who are largely in the who would benefit from it don't get that holiday off.
And I'm sorry, I gotta just wind this back a little because I'm not understanding the point. What is the war on Christmas?
It's like people saying Happy Holidays instead of Merry Christmas. It's when you put out a Christmas cup, it's snowflakes and not a Christmas tree. It's a menorah and not a Christmas tree.
So taking the Christ out of Christmas.
Taking the something that makes it specifically Christmas
and changing it into being more inclusive.
And
is that right?
And who's doing it and who's offended by it?
Well, I mean, a lot of conservatives are offended by it. At least a lot of like Tea Party religious conservatives are offended.
So conservatives are offended by Happy Holidays.
Yes. I mean, Trump used to say it all the time. We're going to say Merry Christmas again.
Because I don't know anybody who's offended by somebody saying Happy Holidays as opposed to Merry Christmas. Maybe I'm just in my own sheltered world.
I know some people in your family who aren't offended, but when someone goes out of their way to say Happy Holidays instead of Merry Christmas, they're like, come on, just say Merry Christmas. We know it's Christmas. Just say Merry Christmas.
Well, lighten up then, Shannon.
Talk to your family members.
You're my family member.
Well, I'm fine with it.
Okay, then we're both good.
Yeah, I mean, I can tell from this that you're not offended by having a more inclusive Happy Holidays.
And I'm telling God. You don't think this is happening, though? You don't think there are Christians...
I don't hear it or see it. I also, I mean, I'm not meeting 10,000 people a day either. I'm not saying it's not out there. From my perspective, I saw it a lot more 30 years ago than I do today.
I think it's probably the same amount would be my guess.
I don't know the
You
answer
just don't
to
see
that.
it.
Well, I mean, I would say it was maybe you don't see it as much, but it was a mainstream issue for a long time because I mean, Trump literally would say we're going to say Merry Christmas again. It was a major platform of his is that we're going to say Merry Christmas again.
I understand that, and who was he playing to?
I mean,
The Bible Belt.
the Bible Belt for sure, but also I mean, like, but conservatives everywhere. Like he won in a lot of
Christians
places.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Because there's lots of conservatives who are not Christians.
Sure, but I would say the people who were largely voting for Trump were probably mostly Christian.
The majority of Christians voted for
The
Trump.
majority of people
Not
in
even-
America
not
are
even-
Christians.
Yeah.
So the majority of Democrats are Christians. We're
all Christians.
There's still 80% of America is Christian.
It was a country founded in Christianity, sure. But I do think that we also were founded on a separation of church and state, and that hasn't really come to fruition.
Never
Like,
seen that.
Separation of church and state means, to me, that the state doesn't sponsor a religion. England sponsored the Anglican Church, starting with
yeah, but what do
Henry
you
VIII.
call, like, I mean, and this can go for any church, but what do you call, like, not paying taxes? I feel like that's state sponsoring religion.
Yeah, so
I'll just say my mom behind the screen just went, boom, go girl.
but every religion doesn't have to pay taxes.
Yeah, but
They all should.
that is true, but they all should. It would be my argument.
Oh, well, that's a different argument altogether. And I don't disagree. At least I don't disagree entirely. But the fact is, it's uniform for all religions.
It is. It is uniform for all religions. But I would also argue that a lot of our laws are made with a Christian bent in mind. For instance, a lot of the, not to get too deep into a different subject, but a lot of the states passing anti-abortion laws, that is based in largely a Christian religion. In a lot of other religions, including Judaism, it is in their text, in their religious text, to allow for abortion
Up until you see the head.
up until you see the head, and that's how our laws have been for a long time. But now, I mean, it just seems like people are using this fear, and like the war on Christmas is one part of it, but this fear that a lifestyle is being lost or co-opted. They're using it as a way to motivate people to make further laws that forward the aim of Christianity at the exclusion of any other religion.
So let me ask you, this is a rather rhetorical question. The Supreme Court didn't make abortion illegal. The Supreme Court said there's nothing in the Constitution that allows it. Therefore, absent a federal law allowing it, it's reserved for the states to decide. And President Obama had a 250 to 180 majority in the House and a 61 to 39 majority in the Senate. Why didn't they pass a law?
They should have codified it. I agree with you. I mean, like we should have
Are
codified.
we going to talk about abortion again, Dad?
Yeah. My main point is it's a lot of hooey. Like the war on Christmas is a lot of hooey to get people scared. And there's a lot of
Get people scared of what?
to get people scared of progression of progress in this country. It's a lot of hooey to get to stoke a fear of inclusiveness, as if including people and like saying Happy Holidays instead of Merry Christmas, as in including people is a threat to them rather than an inclusion of others. It is a small, hot.
Nice.
Look at
Great tone,
I just think it's a smaller part of a larger debate about people and a fear of progress and a fear of kind of the melting pot ideology that this country was founded on. And a fear that sharing means that they're giving something up.
Right, a fear of like the Christians not being the majority.
Yeah, and that's not everyone, and it's clearly not you, and I appreciate that about you. But it is.
But do you not recognize that
I
this occurs?
Yeah, I don't know that fear is behind it. I would suggest, and since I don't know anybody who is offended, I'm merely positing here.
Try saying happy holidays to some people, see what happens.
I do it all the time.
Just checking.
They say something nice back to me usually.
Alright.
I would say more of they're expressing indignation that you're dissing their religion as opposed to fear of where the world is going or something being taken away.
But I would say the indignation is a symptom of fear.
So, all right, I kind of want to like begin to wrap things up. Do you even believe a war on Christmas is happening?
None that I've evidenced.
But you've heard of it. You said before this has been a conversation that's been going on since you were a child.
Taking the Christ out of Christmas.
That's what we were talking about.
But not people, not people taking offense to other words of good cheer.
Well, then maybe we missed it then. What do you think is taking the Christ out of Christmas?
I just don't think it's the same issue. It's nearly the issue it was 30 years ago. I think the pendulum has a large
What did you think the issue was? Maybe we weren't even talking about the same thing this whole time.
I don't know, but in my opinion, where we were...
Which was what? Where were you?
We're in 1980 when much of the progressive world was insisting remove the word from Christmas from their phraseology. No nativity scenes in the public square. No fun of any kind. In my opinion, that pendulum has swung back toward the center. The nice thing about the United States is we have all these amazing checks and balances so that if any side gets too extreme, the pendulum tends to swing back.
I mean, I would agree. There is a pendulum element to everything, most things. I would say that same issue is happening. There are a lot of people that are calling for not having a nativity scene in a public square. And for a large part, people don't mind. I just think that there are people who are very scared and they're using it, and people are directing that fear. And part of that is they're saying, we're going to say Merry Christmas again and not Happy Holidays. And it is happening, and I'm glad that you're not seeing it. And
ignorance is bliss.
Not in the Bible Belt, but it is a thing that is being used as a tool.
Did you learn anything?
I'm still not entirely sure what the war is, but I'm working on it.
But like now that you know, maybe you'll see it more.
I'll look out for it.
I don't know that I made this. Now he's gonna see it.
I had a good time.
It's everywhere.
And another thing I've noticed about doing these hot tubs during the winter is my body stays warm, but my drink stays cold.
Oh no, it's very nice.
It's nice.
Frosty.
Yeah.
Well, listen, angels. Georgia, anything you want to plug?
Oh, come to 8-Bit open mic on Mondays at Lincoln Lodge.
This is
also
the best open mic in Chicago. It's
you.
amazing.
And
You have an open mic in Chicago.
But
She's the host. She's not plugging herself.
I'm not plugging my own. If I had to pick the best besides my own, it would be Georgia's.
Thank you. 8-Bit open mic Mondays at Lincoln Lodge, and also latest and greatest the first Saturday at Lincoln Lodge.
Amazing,
Right,
Georgia. Can't thank you enough.
At the time for 8-Bit is 8 p.m.
8 at 8. Got
8
it.
at 8.
Georgia, can't thank you enough. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and happy birthday, Mike!
Cheers. See you next time.